next day. Wish I ain't got hands right now.
I also own a farm.
Here we go.
You're now watching the 2024 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. We really haven't filmed anything lately, strictly because we're pushing to get stuff done. So, got the truck taped up, got everything, all the bolt holes and everything else, wires, anything like that, all buttoned up, and here's where we're at. So, putting clear on right now, and it is it's coming together, so very excited for it, but just pushing along, getting it done. That's my biggest thing right now, and I will be glad because tomorrow we will be done with pretty much all our painting, and then we just got to start reassembling. Well, Mother Nature's back with some snow. Winter's here again. Wind's blowing. They did say we were supposed to get like 8 to 10 inches, so I'm glad we didn't get that, but we gotta get the driveway cleaned up some. Get the 27 going. And door's locked, frozen. Ooh, it's actually frozen. There we go. That would have been bad. Holy smokes, yeah, that would have been really bad. So, it is winter. We are going into February, so I do expect us to actually get some more winter weather, but we're gonna wrap up some more stuff in the shop today. And in the meantime, feed the calves this morning, get the driveway cleaned up. I'm coming for you guys. We gotta bring some more dry hay over. How's everybody doing? The snow's back. Go from 40 something degrees in green grass to snow. Well, they are doing very good. They do want to be back on pasture because then they can have more freedom. But yeah. In the meantime, they'll keep eating along. So this round bale that's here is actually for bedding. So I'm gonna pull that out probably tomorrow, and we'll bed in the back a little bit more for them, and then we'll put another big bale in here, and they're looking good. They're growing well, everything's healthy, and you know, they've been a good part of the farm. So previous video when I flew the drone, makes it pretty sweet snow plowing. Issue there is when you're driving a tractor by yourself, flying a drone, if you don't have GPS, it really makes it challenging. So, awesome plowing as I flew the drone. Got you guys some good shots, especially those birds that flew in front of the drone. My biggest fear is always having a drone get run into by birds. So, hitting a tree, that's on me, but birds run into it, it's less than ideal. So, I'll get the driveway cleaned up, and then, how are you doing? You having a good time? You hanging out? So I guess down in Cobleskill, some places lost power down into Middleburg and whatnot. Nate Johnson just sent me that they were generating power, and Ed, he sent that they were dual power, or he had no power this morning when he woke up. We'll pull back John's driveway here, and then I'll swing the blade sideways and do the driveway. I'm glad we didn't get the snow that they said we were gonna get. Somebody said I should have moved to Georgia. Yeah, but the crazy humidity, you know, tropical storms, hurricanes, alligators, big spiders. As much as I don't like snow, I can deal with it for that. The worst part of this whole situation right now is the ground is not frozen because it was so warm before. So it's gonna be a muddy mess for a lot of it, which is less than ideal. We're gonna fog up, bud. Steaming it up in here. Yeah, end goal someday, have a shop big enough that everything's inside, we can work on it, we don't have to go outside, make life nice and easy for pretty much everything. Turn our flashers on for safety. The ground's not frozen, so just dug up some dirt. And somebody did say, well, a few people have said, put a bar on it, and yes, I agree. I know a lot of people that's what they do so they don't dig up the stone in the driveways and stuff like that. So something I didn't really think about until last video. But I'll get out, we'll turn the blade, then we'll go up the driveway. Pull the pin. I think we went too far. Whew. Should wear some gloves. Lock's freezing, bud. You gonna run it? I'll fly the drone. I guess I was doing it. So since I winged it one way, I was trying to wing everything away from John's driveway. I'll back down, push the rest of it, come up the hill, push the front of my house the other way so I'm not pushing gravel and stuff into my yard. Yeah, we'll see in a second here. The driveway's just not frozen. I do see we're supposed to get back into the single digits, so as far as lows, but highs are all in the 30s or so. Alrighty, we made enough of a mess for the driveway, right? You like the cold though. You're weird like that. You're not a heat guy. Okay, so yeah, it's not frozen at all. So clean it up some. That way I know UPS is at least coming with one package today. You can get in and out. Where do you think we're going? I need your help putting things together in the shop. So, got it cleaned up some. Got the heat going in the shop, and let's go see how far we can make it today. Truck's coming together finally. Well, workbench is back to being a little bit of a mess, but a lot of it's to do with projects, stuff like that. Here we have it. So, we got everything wrapped up other than some small items. Is it amazing? No. Does it look a lot better than it did before? Yeah. Do we know what we're doing? No. But there we go. I am very excited to get it unmasked and start getting things together. So we'll go ahead and unmask everything and yeah, get the window in. We can get doors on. The assemblies have to go in after we get the mirrors back from Jared this week, so a little bit of better look. Well, we didn't get anything on the back window, which is good. I was worried that anything flipped up and I'm glad to be pretty much done painting. Pretty much. Whenever those bezels get here, and might have some touch-up spots or stuff like that. Ooh, that was almost good. Well, that wasn't good. Alright, I need two hands for this, but it's coming along. Had to flip the hood down. Yes, we got to clean up some of the dust that's been sitting on it and whatnot. Oops, we got some scratches already from working around it, but there we have it. It is back going. We got to put the straps back on, stuff like that, doors. I'm probably going to start with doing some of the roof side of it. Well, actually, we can't do that. So we got to get the right hardware for the roof. And a few people have picked up and said, well, why'd you put all the rivets in before you painted? Because then there's going to be paint in it. Well, I actually started taking them out, but we put tinfoil in the holes to keep them from getting filled up. So we got that. The one hole that was much bigger, I ended up putting a bigger size in it. It's not what I wanted to do. Some people did say tack weld a washer in on it. It's thin metal on the roof. I don't have the smaller welder any longer. Yeah, live and learn on some of that. But lights put back on, hardware in, get this truck as far as we can do by ourselves. I don't know if I risk picking the doors up and trying to get them on by myself. I think I got help this afternoon, I believe. I don't know. Robert was out till late plowing, and then they were out early this morning So there's still a place, like Cobleskill is still missing power in half the town, I guess. So stay. I gotta get my little torch going again. So I'm using this big one. I did get stainless steel hardware for all of this. Anything I could get stainless steel, I got it. So I was wondering if that would fit in there. I don't think so. Which isn't the end of the world. It's just a wonder. I wonder if these brackets were different, because this one does not fit on it. I wonder if the other light was wider or something. Huh. Nope, they're the same. So we must have done something weird. Or it was done weird or something, I don't know. And yeah, these lights in the back are already LEDs. We swapped bulbs out of them a long, long time ago. What are you doing, puppy dog? The other side. Old fixtures for the marker lights, and then we got new ones. For the price of them, they're like $9 or something. I don't even know. So they got, what are they, coated with chrome or whatnot. But what we got to do is take the factory light bulbs out of them and put in the LED light bulbs that we have. I'll go ahead and do all that, then we'll get it up. We'll get them mounted. Once the wires are in, then we can rewire in the cab and do the beacon lights. Are they the same? They are the same. Okay. I was gonna say, if they're different, I'm not gonna be as ideal, but alrighty. I'll get them all swapped over, then we'll throw them up on the cab and see how they look. I was thinking by putting those rivets in previously, before we painted, it would look cleaner. We wouldn't have any scratches or any messing around. The holes don't line up. Yep. So, front one goes in, back one has to sit further back. Alrighty, now it's in. Did actually have to re-drill the hole for the wire, so put silicone on everything, all the holes. Hopefully we will not have any leaks. Ow, just smashed my hand. So this is what I actually did when we put the rivet nuts in the holes. We just put some tin foil. So this is a beacon light. I did get new hardware for that, since before we just had self-tappers or put something in there. But air horns. Yeah. I'll go down the line, but have to re-drill 2 holes. I thought I ordered the right ones, and I'm sure we could do some digging and mess around, but at the end of the day, these look good. Now we know what to do. A little drill in, and yeah. Everything's on, looking good. So the wires are running. We got to put the warning lights, the rotating beacons, I guess, on. which previously they just had some self-tapper screws that went through the roof. I actually put the nut rivets in. They got these little washers in between. So we'll put some silicone on everything, drop that through. However it went, like that-ish, maybe, I don't remember. We're gonna find all the holes. Should clean that up. I am cleaning the covers. Those are sitting over there drying now. Had to remember which one went on which side because based on where they drilled the holes, they were different. I guess I could have got shorter screws. Yeah, definitely could have got shorter. Yeah. As long as they don't stick out too far. Probably have to cut them down. I'll do that, because otherwise they're gonna stick out, hit the dynamat and hit the headline. Well, that makes it a lot easier when they're not twice as long as they need to be. So, should be good there. Put the cover on. Little things like I put that upside down. Alrighty, we'll flip it back over. Stuff like that. I never knew there was actually writing on that. I guess I did, but I didn't. That's on very good. There we go. Alrighty, go do the other side. We are waiting on the air horn to come back from being polished. This week we'll probably go see Jared. I got some other things that we got to grab out that way at the same time. But lights are on, looking good. Do the other side. Now that we got the lights on, I got to figure out, are we gonna put dynamat and then put the wiring over it? Probably. So we got to finish up getting any of this 1970 insulation down, and all our wires for our front are up here, so we'll dynamat everything that we can up here. We got to do the doors still too, and as far as dynamat, if you don't know what it is, well, it's back there. The 7520, years ago we dynamat when we put the cap kit in, and it quieted down so much. So I got a bulk box of it, covers 36 square feet, and that should give us noise blocking, or block noise, block heat, block vibration. Everything on our model has in the cab, right? They do everything from the automotive side to home stuff, marine, RVs, so I like using their products quite a bit. There we go. We even got a sticker. So we'll clean up inside here, and then we'll slap it all up there. And then we have the headliner that goes over that. so it all sticks to it pretty good. Okay. So they come in a sheet such as this, then you cut them out for what you need. Probably start in the middle and work my way out. That way I know pretty good. Okay. This doesn't have to be perfect, but I like it somewhat good. Like I said, we're gonna do the inside of the doors too. That way, hopefully we get less noise in here and better for you guys to listen and hear. I know that is part of working around noisy stuff. There's supposed to be a roller that you get to, and I never remember to get it. So, using your hands is just more abusive on it. I'm trying to think, what do I got that can roll? Hopefully that makes a big difference. Another sheet there, another sheet there. Had to cut the sheets here to put the wires through it. Got to make sure the wires are on the good side. And we got to cut the air pouring out. I went over that, but that's not the end of the world. I like it. Got it all lined. Gonna look good. So we'll wire up all. We'll make our wiring harness a little bit better. The ends all had bad connections, multiple connections, stuff like that. So go ahead, wire all that up, and then from there, probably tape it up just so it stays. The headliner can go back in. So yeah, I did get some more of these washers. Probably should get some more of the hardware all the way around. Looking good. I'm pleased with it. It's not as smooth as it could be, but doing it upside down without the roller, trying to get all the spaces. So we do have, how many we got left? 1, 2, we got 3 and then some odd scraps. So those will go inside the doors. We'll do that. I'm figuring I'll do that once they're hanging. It's just so much easier. So if I can get the doors hanging, which means we can do the weather stripping first. So I was hoping with the door seal that one did the whole thing. It is going good till, yeah, we're short. So I'll get one more ordered. We're gonna have to cut that other one. I didn't really want it. I was hoping they'd meet all the way back, but yeah, it's part of it. So that looks good though. That's gonna seal it up so much better than what wasn't there before. Well, let's get some wiring done. Remind me, we gotta tie this air ride seat in. It's got everything there. We just gotta run it over to the other side and tee it in. That way, Anko can have an air ride anytime he wants. We don't have to just fill it up. But what we got here is, we got 2 sets of incoming wires. One goes to the marker lights. And actually, if you don't know in the Max, because Danny Smith there that we got the air cleaner from, he said he got a ticket from DOT once because lights are different. So the outside marker lights are on a different switch than the inside. So you got to make sure you go to the right one. So that goes there. This setup here, I have a feeling that's probably sketchy. I don't know why there's extra. Like, there's 3 connectors to go. I don't know. We're not gonna need any of that. We can cut that right out. See how that goes there? I'm not sure what they did. So we'll cut this, we'll go there, and we'll work our way across, and then the headliner can go back in. Yep, got it all wired. Tape does not stick to this very well, and well, at least not that cheaper electrical tape. But there we go. We got them all rocking and rolling. I know some people, even my friends, say I should have got rid of those. I think they fit the truck very well. So now we're partying though. We do have to add some extra caution lights to the tank and stuff like that, so that this year when we're doing stuff, we're good. That one looks like it's spinning fast. I don't know, maybe they're spinning the same. I don't know, but those are LED in them. All of this is LED. We're golden. I got to do a little bit more thinking on how to get this windshield in. I want to make sure it fits before I put any silicone around it. And then we're probably going to need the right tools to get the glass in without breaking it and get that the locking strip in. So in the meantime, I might have Robert to help me throw the doors on, which would put us in a good place. I can't put the headliner in until we get the air horn back, because you got to reach up and do all that. So that's okay. We should have that this week. We do have some work to do up here, such as we had an oil leak. We got to fix that. But once we get as far as we can get here, then we can focus on this stuff. So nothing too crazy, but doing door hinges on this side, so when I do have somebody here, we can throw the doors on. I did order another weather stripping from Randy's. Rainey's? I forget one of them there. So these are actually a pain on this side for some reason. I don't know why, the old style or something, I'm not really sure. But getting to the bolt inside of there, which you can see is right there. So I got a swivel on a quarter. That's been the best thing. And then slide it up in there. Tape it a little bit. It takes two hands. Oh, my tape's not holding it straight any longer. So if you need a swivel to stiffen up a little bit, put some electrical tape around it. But slap you guys over here. I'm also trying not to lose that bolt because I already lost one out of the other side, so I'm hoping it shows up. There we go. Okay. So we're replacing hinges because they got some wear to them, and they were cheap enough. Global had the good hookup for them. They're much stiffer, these ones. And then hopefully our doors won't rattle. Like, we've done a lot of work to this cab while we've been at it, just to make it quieter to ride in. Which, yeah, I don't mind it, but it should be a whole new experience. So let's see if we can get this one back in. Can't even see it. I think it started. Hopefully. Yep. Okay. Now that one started, line everything back up the way it should be. We might have to do some adjustment once we get the doors on. And if anybody knows the reasoning behind, I'm sure if I looked it up or I talked to some people, a lot of the bolts on this are fine thread, which is, somebody said, well, maybe to help with any vibration or staying tighter. I don't know if that's the true reason or not. But all the grab handles, all of these bolts are fine thread. Yeah, all the door bolts are fine thread. I just found it weird because I tried to get the stainless fine thread bolts this morning and we couldn't. So I'm sure we could if we dug enough somewhere else, but I didn't really think about that. Okay, these hinges are on. I got one side all the way on. What I did was put most of it, let it sit, then work it back and forth. So this side, well, one side's on, this side is almost all the way on. I'm gonna let it sit like that because it was all wrapped up, so it's all formed to fight you the whole time. But once it's in, then I can start popping it back off, putting silicone on it. That way it's watertight. And then we got to, like I said, we got to get the right tools to put the glass in without breaking it. That is my concern. And yeah, every glass guy that I talk to that's locally has zero interest in working on it. So I don't know. I'm sure once I get done with this, somebody's gonna say, oh, this guy would have done it. But yeah, live and learn. I am gonna see if I can pick that door up and not mess it up and get the bolts back in it. Just trying to get further along every day. Seems like it drags on, and the doors aren't that heavy. We got to switch the windshield washer fluid out of this. We got to get the motor working right, and then plumb everything back together. Wire and hose and all that stuff, which isn't the end of the world. But I got weather stripping in here. We ran out of it, so I got the other one coming. But let me see if I can throw the door on by myself without ruining it. Oh, there's bolts in this one too. So I guess I'm not missing a bolt, because then I can use one of these as my spare bolts. Wait, did I not put one back in? Now I gotta look. Not really the best thing to do. Well then, we'll get them all in. Then we gotta line everything up. We won't put any of the assembly in. Well, we can put the dynamat in the doors. But we won't put the assembly in because we gotta put the mirrors on first. Because the glass is in the way otherwise. So there's a lot of wiggle room ability to get these doors right exactly where you need them. I might, actually when they're shut, if you got two people, then it works out. See how that goes like that? Without a lock in there, it gets a little weird. So this one's got a golden bulldog. Came like that. Oop, we chipped that already. That's not good. So we're gonna pry that up a little bit and then go in and tighten them. I was wondering why the top wouldn't shut very well. Yep. Ah, windshield washer line stuck in it. That's why it won't close. I went to go in and tighten them up. Better fix that. So I put some screws here, some bolts to get it in a better spot. There's nowhere really for you guys to hang on to in here. There. So I'll take those back out. Then what we gotta do, send that through so it's not in the way. Now we can do it. Gonna have to have some touch-up paint in some spots, but we may have to do a little adjustment when we got two people. But I think when we have the lock, that'll actually hold it pretty good. We got a little bit of a gap. We got to go up a little bit, but for right now, that'll work. Yeah. So full assembly, we can go ahead and put the dynamat in. We got to pull that reservoir out like I was saying, which I believe is one bolt, two bolts right there. And then that whole piece comes out, I believe. I've never never messed with one. So we got to see if that pump works and everything else. I don't think it does, or we got a bad switch or something like that. So I got this one on. Hood needs to be cleaned off. Then we got Robert here. He's the body guy.
Yeah.
You're a big body guy. So he's gonna lift it up and we're not gonna scratch anything like I did on the other side. Look at all.
Gate ratchet.
It's all new. I'm gonna be inside with it, I hope. Is it in here? Yeah, it's over there.
Had to switch places with Duffy so I can show him some experience or show him some tips on how to do body work, right?
No,
First time doing it?
Otherwise we'd be good right now. We're not at all.
Because you did this without me.
No, I did the other side and I'm good on the other side. I think I got a little bit of an adjustment, maybe down at the bottom, still to go. Because it's not all the way, so I think it's touching. We did nick some stuff up. It's all part of it, but that is where we're at. It is together. It's looking pretty good. So got both doors on. Yeah, so what I gotta do from here, well, we gotta finish the glass. This stuff is finishing up drying because I forgot the hood latch and this, well, the latch and the holder and whatnot. So those are finishing. We're gonna throw Dynamat in the doors. So I'll show you exactly where we're at on that, because this is 1974 insulation right here. So 2024, the good stuff. It is awesome to do a flat surface as you're standing with it. So we got it all Dynamated, left the door lock out. We got to work on those. Got the window in, just got to, or the smoker window, just got to put the 3 bolts that go with it, screws, and then we'll be good. But that is much better. I'm very excited, actually. Before we get too carried away with the Dynamat, I haven't gone all the way down. Got to take the reservoir out. So 1 bolt here, it's got a screw. Also the ground cord is inside here. Right. Did I get it off? Yep, right there. So I got to take the other one off. Then that reservoir should come right out, I believe. The reason why we're switching doors, that whole corner down here is all rotted out. So this door came with the truck. Plus it's got the Bulldog on it, which I really liked. And this door is rock solid. So that is your window for your windshield washer fluid. That strip right down. I guess we'll drill that out and we'll get the right one. So the head is actually stripped right off out. Where's the wrench? So it was just spinning. Easier than battling or trying to grind or. Here we go. Drilled it out. So now, I've never had to mess with one of these, so I don't really know what I'm doing. Lid. There's our windshield washer reservoir. So we gotta see if the pump works or not. Okay, we got our ground wire, we got our hot wire. original wire on that truck, which is cool. We have rewired a lot of things because, well, with time, you know, stuff gets tired. Hook it right to the jumper pack. We can get a good grab. So, if that works, this little pump should turn on when we put the ground to it. It does. Here, I'll shut it off. I know the heat adds a lot of noise, but it is nice. So, pumps. It sounds like it's pumping, but there's not enough liquid in there. So I got some water here and a Mountain Dew bottle. But yes, it's water. You know, being healthy-ish. This is all trash. Goal for tomorrow: clean that bench up more. There it goes. Okay. So I'm thinking, because I have tried running the switch, maybe the switch is bad, maybe in between it's something's bad. So that's good to know that we can put this in there and have a good peace of mind. Yes, we just need some hardware. Well, that's broken. That's cool. Yeah, somebody put this end on it, so we'll put a heat shrink end on it. We might have hardware for it. Probably have hardware for it. I got all sorts of hardware, and I still need more hardware. Alrighty, what do I got? What do I got? I know I got a bag of silver here. There we go. Heat shrink, proper size. It's not like it should get wet in there, but it's all part of it. I'm actually pretty excited that that worked, because it is a pain. I do have a nice torch somewhere. I actually think it's in the kitchen. I just realized that. Yeah, because it is a pain having to clean windows, especially when you're hauling manure. And sawdust, or I mean, not sawdust, silage, because silage juice is real aggressive. So we got the pads underneath. We're good to go. Just slides right down and in there. Easy. So, yeah, one goes there. The other one lines right up. We'll get all this hooked back up. Just get a little connector piece in between. We gotta take our cover out of the other door, put it in this one, and then we got our cap. As far as the cover here, just clicks right in. Oop, went too far. I was worried I was gonna break it in the other door. Probably need two hands. Our spray booth is finally coming down, which Robert, when we were here, he said, I'm amazed that this thing has withstood what we put it through. We figured it was going to last a few days, and yeah, it's worked. So heaters are off, and yeah. Definitely a little crude, but for allowing us to mess with stuff and then not mess with stuff and keep some things clean and everything else like this. I am thinking I'll clean the hood up. I'm going to hit it with some clear again, because I figured out better clear than what I was doing. Right here got hit with more clear, and it lines up a lot better. Put that on the list. Hardware, that doesn't really hold anything, so just the one's going to hold it in there. But Dynamat all in, We got to do the door lock still. Something's weird about that. I'll explain it at some point. Air can straps. See, this isn't going to be as much fun with the door on. I didn't think about that. Okay. We do gotta. I don't know if that's going to stick through far enough. I gotta put silicone on those too. It should. With no door on it, made it really easy. With the door, it's going to be challenging by ourselves. Oh, I can't get to it because you got to go down and come back up. I can't get to any of them. Stay. Wish you ain't got hands right now. Door comes off and close. I was hoping I could get it started, put some silicone and tighten them. There is stops on those door hinges, which we're gonna have to figure out those so that when somebody gets in the passenger door, they don't keep hitting the door off of the air. Yeah, I just can't. There's not enough sticking through. Stay. I should. Oh, either way. Over there. Now I can put the silicone so it doesn't leak through. I like it. I think the red with the can, that's going to be a two-person job. Plus, I don't have the hardware to go through here. I didn't think about that till just now. I know, bolt bin. It's on my list at some point. All right. I think it's dinner time. So, we actually got invited to dinner, so. Monday night dinner. Well, appreciate you guys watching along. We got a bunch done on here. This is going to be a tomorrow project as far as finishing up some of this stuff. I got some numbers of some people so that we can get it lettered. We got to get the glass in. And then we'll talk to Jared. He said just about a week, so tomorrow will be a week. I'm in no rush. He's been really great to me as far as polishing anything. And I kind of brought him some of my junk. Older stuff. Once the Kenworth is back running and we're in a good place, I'll let him have his fun with that and we'll get that thing looking good for the summer. But I figured as long as we're there, we might as well polish up the mirrors and stuff like that. So as I said, the window assembly, the window sits right in here, like right here, and the bolts, you gotta put nuts on the back side of this. So you can't do that when the window assembly is in there for the mirrors. So he's got the mirrors, battery boxes should pop really good. Mirrors, battery boxes, the stack, air cleaner top, the bezel piece, insert piece. And there's a few other air horn. What else we leave with him? Oh, any of the logo stuff. He has that. I don't know what how much he's gonna be able to do, but he said he'll give it a try. So, alrighty, truck came a long way today, and we definitely, it looks like a truck now. It's got doors on it. Technically, if we drove down the road, people wouldn't look at us funny, other than having no mirrors and no glass. But we can put the glass in once we figure that out and go from there. I did watch a few YouTube videos today of how to put glass in, so, you know, YouTube expert. But, alrighty. Are you ready? You haven't ate dinner either. So, something showed up here, which, those are for Isaiah, actually. But, alrighty. See you guys on the next one. Have a good one.